You've been here in Sweden a couple of times. What do you think of it?
Love it. Love it, Stockholm. It's really great. And we actually had beautiful weather until the rain today, but yesterday was gorgeous, beautiful.
Since you know Nobu better than the majority of his fans, is he really down to earth, as he seems?
He really is. He's really every bit as humble and down to earth as he seems. It's not, you don't get something else. This is what you see is what you get with Nobu. It's wonderful. He's a wonderful, he has a good sense of humor. And I think that he gets excited, he and I get excited about pretty much the same things in terms of the music. We collaborate on a lot of the decisions for Distant Worlds of new pieces to play. And even though we've concentrated mostly on Nobuo Uematsu's music, out of necessity, I mean, that's, out of all the Final Fantasy pieces of music, he's written the vast majority of it, and those are the most famous and most popular question. But now, for instance, we've added Hamauzu and Final Fantasy 13, and we may be adding a few more things as well. But Nobuo Uematsu wrote Final Fantasy 14, so he's back again, and we're able to feature those things too. So, and then of course I'm always looking at other things. We're looking at collaborations with other types of tours like Nintendo and things similar to what might have happened with Play. Thomas Becker and I collaborate with the WDR in Cologne, and we do several concerts there. We have a tribute to Nobuo Uematsu scheduled for next summer, that's 2011, that I will be in Cologne conducting for. And that will be not just Final Fantasy, but his other Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, that kind of thing. And also some television animation things that he's done, so it'll be a whole kind of retrospective. So.
Do you think we can expect to see a Distant World 3?
The record, right?
And the concert, of course.
No question, the concert, we kind of called this one Distant Worlds 2. The reality is, it's Distant Worlds. We're not changing the name of the tour per se. We're doing Stockholm that way, Distant Worlds 2, because we just released our second record and recorded it here, and we are actually, this is the only location that we're playing every single piece from that second record will be on the concert tomorrow. Most of the times in the States, if we just go to an orchestra for the first time, there's great demand for us to play some of the things from the first record too. So we can't just do that. We have to mix and match things, right? So, I mean, people want to hear Marianne Draco, and people want to hear, a lot of these things. And we're not doing that tomorrow night because we can't do everything. But that's why this was called Distant Worlds 2. The Royal Stockholm really wanted it to be tied to the record that we did here. So will there be a Distant Worlds 3? Certainly there will be more Distant Worlds. Will we come back to Stockholm? Absolutely. But around what? Whether, we would wait until we do another record? It's possible. Maybe we'll be back before that point, And then I'm already making plans with the Royal Stockholm for other concerts. So that won't be necessarily just Final Fantasy, other things. So, yeah.
On our site, we gave the readers the opportunity to ask you a question, and we got loads of fans and about 10 questions. And I picked out what I thought was the most interesting one, and that was, do you have any words of wisdom for others that are interested in writing music but don't know where to begin?
Don't know where to begin, right. Well, I think that first of all, the technology has gotten to a point now these days where everyone, with very little investment, everyone can produce music in their bedroom, in their garage, in their, anywhere, in their laptop with a headset on, and not ever leaving anywhere. And a lot of people do, of course. And so that's a great help to all of those that would like to get into composition and writing for whatever reason, whether it be movies or video games or whatever, or concert stage performances. My suggestion in terms of getting into video game music would be, it's a long, hard road in terms of getting the attention of the people that actually assign those that work, actually say, award it to various composers, that kind of thing. And some of the big composers are represented by agencies and booking agents and things, and others are big enough that they just work all the time with a certain little group of clients. To break into that kind of thing, I think you have to, first of all, don't ever stop writing. Keep writing things and boil down a demonstration track down to a short 3 to 5 minute kind of example of different styles of what you do. They should be the very best of what you think you can do. And if you try to represent yourself as being able to do anything at all, most often that won't work. You'll have more success with showing one demonstration of one particular style. Maybe it's big, heavy orchestration, big, very thick scores. Or maybe it's a very simple rock track, or a very funny, humorous track, and maybe it's a whole series of funny, which some people are quite good at. And if that's your strength, you shouldn't then also throw in a waltz or something else that you should really concentrate on the things you do well, put 3 or 4 examples together, and then send them out. Send them to you. People are submitting music every day of the week to all of these. Everyone knows that's in video games. They know the main publishers. Nintendo's, the Square Enix, the Electronic Arts, all the various important. It's important that you do that. Just keep getting your work out there. That's really the best way to do it, low cost. The more expensive way,
So my absolutely last question. Tomorrow, what can we expect if you can describe in just one word?
Tomorrow, one word. Fantastic. I don't know. That's one word. But no, tomorrow's going to be very exciting. Epic. How's that?
That was the word I was hoping for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Arnie.
Dancing man. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Epic. Yeah.